Hello, I'm Toycat and welcome back to another McDonald's review video. That's right, I'm going all around the world and I'm eating McDonald's just for your enjoyment. The real reason is because it's interestingly different around the world, or maybe I just don't believe in local food. Who knows which one it is, but let's go with McDonald's Australia, the thing I'm eating today. And McDonald's Australia, before we talk about anything else here, is a really interesting place because it seems really expensive. I guess, like a lot of things here, the numbers seem really high, but unlike, McDonald's Switzerland or Hong Kong or something, where it's still high after you convert it, it's actually not that bad when you convert to your local currency. So today, for the low price of just $14.30, which again, sounds pretty wild, right? But that's actually about £7.60, something like that in the UK money. If you're in the US, it's something like $9 to $10. And for $9 to $10, we get ourselves what is meant to be a pretty good burger, a premium Angus something, there's a word on it, Angus Clubhouse is what this is. It's a nice burger with an extra thing added to it. For that price, we also get some fries covered in gravy, and none of that American gravy where for some reason it's white. What is your gravy? Someone explain this to me. No, gravy is in the real sense of the gravy with, I assume, granules or whatever gravy is. I don't know. I just know I don't like when gravy means two different things. So we got ourselves a bunch of fries like that. McDonald's fries too, the classic round the world thing. We get ourselves a frozen slush with two, this is actually Fanta that's been turned into a slush. I don't actually believe it's Fanta. I think it's just flavored slush that's branded Fanta. But anyway, my point is we get two flavors of Fanta slush, which I'll admit right now, I totally drank a bunch of before this video. It was really good. McDonald's is 10 minutes away from my hotel. What am I gonna do? And then on top of that, we've got a hot, delicious, and sweet pie. I actually forgot what's in here. It was something unique and interesting, but it doesn't say on the box. So we'll find that out as we go along, won't we? Because this is a highly professional video. Thank you very much. So let's start with the Angus Clubhouse. So yeah, I think that McDonald's likes to advertise here is they're big on their Australian beef. It's funny, I mean, like, Australia is one of the countries that is known for beef. I've never really been big on, like, when you're eating like ground beef or like the low quality meats, it doesn't really matter where it comes from, in my honest opinion. But whatever, they're big on it being Australian meat. So let's see if you can taste that Australian cow grass or whatever. Let's find out, I guess. Immediately, could be that I'm quite hungry, could be the fact that I haven't had a burger in actually it's been like 3 days. It's been 3 days without a burger for me, crazy amount of time, right? It could be the salad actually being good, which is a pretty surprising thing when you buy a fast food burger, that this is actual real salad, and that or maybe it's not, right? But the fact that all of that comes together with a nice sauce too is pretty good. In fact, I think that's Big Mac sauce. So let's go again, let's try and get some bacon in this bite because this is looking pretty good. So the bacon is a little bit sad, don't get me wrong. It's not like powerful flavor, but it does add a bit of texture. It does add a tiny bit of a pork flavor or whatever. And that's actually pretty good, especially when you get the tomato there. Tomatoes and burgers, they go together well. That's the reason every major burger tries to add on there, right? To sum this up, I'm going to say surprisingly good. This is like a, like a little bit above a Burger King quality burger, like a Hungry Jack's, if you will. Fun fact about that in Australia that we'll leave aside for now because they've got an entirely different name for their Burger King. But yeah, basically, fun fact, this burger, surprisingly good. I'm gonna enjoy eating the rest of this a lot more. Usually it's like you eat, it's kind of fun. This is like really seriously pretty good. The most disappointing thing about this, because the bun's amazing, the vegetables are amazing, the sauce is great, the bacon is acceptable, but the burger doesn't actually taste like too much greatness. And that's interesting that the one thing they brag about is the thing that sucks the most. Maybe Australia doesn't have good cows. You hear that, Australia? Your cows suck. They don't taste like fat or meat or whatever else. So, what does a good cow taste like? In my opinion, a good cow's a fatty cow, but maybe you disagree. I've had some, pretty good beef experiences in Japan, so maybe they make the best cows. Maybe McDonald's Japan's the best. That's actually something I disagree with. But next up, we got some gravy-covered fries. So these were 50 cents more than uncovered in gravy, so 25 pence, 30 US cents, I want to say. Pretty darn cheap, actually about 34 US cents, something like that. in case the 4 cents are going to make or break this for you. So I want to try one fry at a time, but let's be honest, this is how you eat McDonald's fries. You get as many as you can in your hands, or in the case of gravy covered, because I don't want to get gravy in my hands, you use a fork. So, McDonald's fries are one of those things that all around the world, they're pretty standard, right? That's one of the things that makes a McDonald's so amazing. They can regionalize so much to where it is interesting in each country, but at the same time as regionalizing, they can keep consistent quality for things that, things like, their burger patties, whatever, right? Like the things like their fries, they're the same around the world, but adding that little bit of gravy on top and, something about that actually does add to the flavor. It's like halfway to poutine, like surprisingly good. And honestly, again, better than regular McDonald's fries by a bit. If you want a bit of a poutine feel going on there. I usually do think though, by the end of a box of these, because obviously this is just a sample right now, I'm gonna finish this afterwards. I think by the end of a box of these, I'm gonna be sick of it and be like, just give me some fries. Let me arbit how much sauce is on there, which is why this is a fun concept, but I think I'm not bummed that it's not in the UK. So next up here on the fast food review that you all came to this channel for, high quality content, we have frozen Fanta. I think you can mix any two flavors that they don't even make Fanta off. Like, I think this one is raspberry and grape. They're all gonna taste like vaguely slush that vaguely has fruit in. So yeah, as you can see, even though it's, by the way, raspberry and grape, you can see none of the grape. It's literally just like a, I don't want to describe that color as, but it looks like it's just a pink color. And if I go for a bit of a drink, I can confirm to you just about raspberry. If the grape's in there, grape is a much weaker taste maybe, and that's why, but it's slush. It's $2 slush or something like that. For some reason, Australia is so expensive in so many ways, but slush is wildly cheap. 7-Eleven, $1 slushes. $1. What? Not even one like, oh yeah, one of your, your American dollars, your, Singapore, whatever country you're from. No, this is Australian dollars. Google your local currency to it and be like, wow, $1 for one of those, I would have a heart attack. I bought like 3 or 4 slushes in a day once, and yeah, McDonald's does them too. I think it's $2 if you want to mix the flavors together. Be a wild man like that. And yeah, overall it's pretty good. Oh, by the way, there's a McDonald's Monopoly thing going on right now, and they said my thing would come with some, oh, here it is. So on top of the burger right here, you can see how it says, grill slip, meal, my Muffy side 1, whatever, just says the burger. And underneath, there is a McDonald's sticker. So I don't think I've played this in any other country besides the UK. Let's see if I want some mad good stuff. No, I got Northumberland Avenue, and then some cash back. If you want it, there's a code on here. It looks like, wow, look at that. How fun, everyone loves McDonald's Monopoly. It's gambling on food. The whole point about gambling on food, I'd love to have loot boxes, but food. But we'll leave that point to the side now. And we're gonna go into this, the thing that I genuinely forgot what I ordered. I remember it was like an apple pie, but so different that I was like, have to give that a whirl. And yeah, there's no receipt that even tells me. Could be anything, honestly. I guess we'll find out. I think it's rhubarb custard, maybe raspberry custard. Much better than apple pie though. Again, consistent quality on it tastes like an apple pie, but then they filled it with something else. They've made something wonderful. And this was $1.50. Apparently, there's a special deal at McDonald's right now. Again, I don't know Australia. I don't know if this is common. I don't know if there's something big going on with raspberry or whatever. But between the hours of 4 a.m. and midnight, you get this for $1.50 as opposed to some higher price. And it's like, so every hour of the day besides drunk hours? Are these, like, do they not want drunk people having these? Like, or I guess late night people, but what is the reason behind that? Someone's gonna have to explain that to me one day, because it just seems a bit confusing to me. But what is not confusing to me is my opinion on McDonald's Australia, because this was a pretty solid meal. All things considered, burger, solid. The beef was like, but that's the bit they love the best, so it clearly was good by someone's definition. The fries, solid. The drink, everything here is pretty cheap, and I think even though it's not amazingly cheap by the Australian standards, if you just replace your premium burger or whatever with something else, it's good value. And you know what else is good value? you leaving this video right now and watching something that you're actually going to enjoy. Thank you very much for watching. Get out of here. Third channel, don't care. Goodbye. It's always awkward to end these because I have to